Right, I need to look at the apply section. And now we need to start really reading the question very carefully, making sure we understand it before we answer it. Julie spends 2 1/3 hours on her homework each night, Monday to Friday. Derek spends 1 2/3 hours on his homework every night of the week. Who spends longer on their homework? Okay. Right, so 2 1/3 hours, so that's what Julie's spending, and Derek's spending 1 2/3 every night of the week. So I mean, some people made a mistake by not really reading the whole question and noting that it was each night, Monday to Friday, or every night of the week. So that is 5 nights worth, and that is 7 nights worth, because it includes Saturday and Sunday. So what we've got is 2 1/3 times by 5 for Julie, and for Derek we've got 1 2/3 times by 7. So 2 1/3 times by 5. There's various ways you could do this, but I'm going to convert it to an improper fraction and then work with it. So how many thirds have I got in 2 wholes? I've got 6. And I got 1/3 left over, so that gives me 7/3 times by 5. All right. Now Derek has got 1 2/3 times by 7. So how many thirds in 1 hole? 3, and I got 2 left over. So I got 5/3 times by 7. Now, if I'm multiplying a fraction by a whole number, well, it's not the number of parts it's out of that I'm multiplying. It's the number of parts I'm talking about. So the number of parts that I want. So I've got 7/3. I got 5 lots of 7/3, which is 35/3. And I could work that out. That's 11 2/3 as a mixed number. And for Derek, it's 5/3, but it's this 5 that I'm going to times by 7 nights of the week, gives me, again, 35/3, which is 11 2/3. So they both spend the same amount of time. So we need to answer the question, both spend, and let's think about it, 2/3 of an hour, 11 hours, and 2/3 of an hour. Well, 2/3 of an hour, 1/3 of an hour is 20 minutes, so 2/3 is 40 minutes. So they both spend 11 hours and 40 minutes per week. Okay, let's have a look at question 5 on your apply section. A newborn baby's birth weight was 4 kilograms. In its first week, the baby loses 8% of its birth weight. Find its current weight using a multiplier. Okay, loses 8%. So I start with 100% to find my multiplier. I'm going to take away 8%. That gives me 92%. And that's how I find my multiplier. I convert to decimal. 0.92 as a decimal. So I'm going to use the decimal, so I'm going to do 4 times by 0.92. Get a calculator out to do that. So 4 times by 0.92. Looking for my calculator. I think it's 6.8 kilograms. And so you can do that with a calculator. 3.68 kilograms. That's the end of your apply section.